Patrick Norton from TekThing here. Even when I was flying a ton, I was not a big fan of noise-canceling headphones. Generally speaking, I'd put them on over my ears, things would get quiet, I feel like my skull was about to collapse, and I'd hand them right back to whoever insisted that there's no way I could fly without noise cancellation. Plus, let's be honest, the audio quality on a lot of ANC gear is pretty meh, sometimes downright awful, and I'm an audio geek. I hate it when the music sounds worse than a pair of headphones I can buy for a third the cost. So I was a little leery when the folks at One More asked if I wanted to try out their new dual driver ANC Lightning in-ears. These critters, the world's first audiophile quality multi-driver ANC headphones. Okay, I wasn't that leery. One More's triple driver, my go-to daily driver for earbuds, and I recommend them a ton to folks that want amazing audio without spending all the money. Then I tracked down a pair of Bose QuietComfort 20 acoustic noise canceling earbuds. They sell for $250, $100 more than the intro price for One More's ANC. But hey, everybody I know carries Bose, and the $250 in-ear with its battery pack / amp seemed like the main competitor for One More's $150 lightning-powered kit. I packed these two, my everyday triple drivers, and a pair of over-ear headphones on a total of 3 flights. The 4th flight, the one back home, well, I actually drove back to the Bay Area from San Diego instead of flying, because I'm a freak. I made one big mistake. I didn't bring all the tips that One More packs in with the dual driver ANC on the first couple of flights. What sounded okay killing the background noise in the office could not hold up to the constant 94 to 103 decibel noise of the jet engines. Turns out the tips I chose were too big, and I couldn't get the dual driver ANC deep enough into my ear canal to work properly. They just couldn't seal. So yeah, pack all the tips until you sort everything out, and don't be afraid to try a smaller size even if you have giant ears like mine. Now, at this point, you're probably wondering, what do they sound like? Well, let's start with the Bose QC20. QC20 has phenomenal noise reduction. I'm told around 30 dB. Some frequencies, it'll cut as much as 45 dB. Pull the QC20s out of your ears, and wow, you're gonna realize there is a ton of noise on the airplane. Music on the QC20s, well, my notes from the flights, kinda brutal. Green Day's Longview. Wow, they really have a V shape. The bass is boosted, the guitar part feels blown out, warm sloppy bass, the highs get tizzy. Ugh, I literally wrote ugh. Amber Rhubar's Novocaine, well, that 30 dB of noise reduction makes it a lot easier to hear the early violin plucking and bass notes before the drums pick up, nice on the vocals. 4 clicks from the volume max is very listenable, volume maxed out is unpleasantly loud. Frightened Rabbit, I wish I was sober. Highs seem rolled off, a lot of bass, sloppy, whole last minute of the song feels kind of blown out. Clutch, Green Buckets, one of my favorite songs ever. Cymbals suck, they seem smeared, bacony. When it's just bass, hi-hat, not bad. Crash cymbals around 2 minutes, again, ugh, smeared. Wow, better love bass with these headphones, too much bass. To be honest, I like the QC20 a lot better when I'm not playing music through them. Audiobooks, great. Also, don't forget to turn the amp box off or you're gonna have to recharge it or plug it into a battery on the plane. So yeah, Bose QC20, great for audiobooks, great for quiet. I actually like just sitting there with them in my ears, not playing music. Not so amazing with music for me because of that boosted sloppy bass and the tizzy highs. To be honest, I was a little freaked out the first time I put One More's dual driver ANC on. I took him for a drive in my truck. Yeah, I could feel the diesel throbbing through my feet, but the cabin noise, gone. The music was not quite as detailed as the triple drivers I usually carry, but there was so little background noise, and across a pretty big spectrum. Most ANC gear targets the big low throb of the engines on a plane, figure 600 or 1000 hertz down. The dual driver ANC, they try to cancel out continuous noise from 2000 hertz down. They're not gonna work on a gun range, right? They're not that kind of noise cancellation. And it leaves a ton of the audio spectrum untouched. But the reason I was freaked out the first time I put them on, I pulled one out and went, whoa, it is really loud in my truck right now. Cause they work, that's kind of the point. And that was pretty much the story for the One More dual drivers on the plane. Once I got the tips sorted out and they fit properly. Now, the amp built into the lightning cable could use a little more oomph. I had to max out the volume to really hear them on the plane on softer songs. They didn't hit the same volume as the QC20s, but the music was so much better. Cymbals weren't smeared. There wasn't the somebody turned the bass knob up when they borrowed the car excessive bass. They were nice. Not as quiet as the QC20s, but the music was something that didn't have me thinking, I gotta pack some real earbuds to use on the ground after the flight. The dual drivers come with 4 tip sizes in the box, and the 5-button remote on the cable is easy to use. Press to answer or hang up the phone, toggle up or down for volume, play, pause, and skip tracks going left to right, and you can turn the active noise cancellation off with the switch on the side. One More's triple drivers, still my favorites even on the plane with the background noise, but for $150, if you want noise cancellation, if you've got an iPhone, I would completely take these over the $250 Bose QC20, unless A, you like noise cancellation more than music, or B, you just listen to audiobooks, because in those two situations, QC20, awesome. Thanks for watching. I'm Patrick Norton. If you've got a question or a comment, post it down below or email ask@tekthing.com. And if you'd like to see more TekThing shorts, head over to youtube.com/tekthing and check out our weekly show on youtube.com/tekthing or at tekthing.com. And if you want to support the work that we do here, please head over to patreon.com/tekthing. Thanks.